comment, subscribe. Definitely donate to the Cash App, PayPal. So I'm about to get into this. Mm-mm. Okay. So let me just get started. Well, say I saved some videos. Okay, here you go. I'll give you my take, my take. Just going through the.
I love you. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Fair use.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow.
I mean,
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Nick Mike's name out your fucking mouth. Wow, dude. Yes. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm going to, okay?
that's very emasculated of him.
Okay.
I'm gonna replay that again.
That was
I'm gonna replay that again. I'm gonna replay
Jada,
that.
I love you. G.I. Jane 2.
Here's the thing. I want to replay this so you can make sure I can get. So those who are on Instagram,
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
here's the thing.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Nick Mike's name out your fucking mouth. Wow, dude. Yes. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay. So we are here.
We're gonna do that because here's my thing. You see this? He's laughing, and
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
it's the thing about this. She's smiling. She's smiling, chuckling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know. I will probably just do a upload a separate video, but I want y'all to see. I'm trying. The lighting's terrible. I mean, she is actually smiling, chuckling a little bit. So I mean, it's like she's just probably just she just chill, try to just humor them. They're both trying to humor themselves. So we're gonna put, as Fawn would say, Fawn Lexi would say, um,
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard.
That's a violation.
It was a G.I. Jane joke. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm going to, okay?
That could not be me. We would have to fight. I'm serious.
Greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Ain't no way.
So we are here to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out.
The thing about this, regardless of what's going on, there is no excuse for that. Okay? And those who will say otherwise, you're being disingenuous because technically they're co-workers. He's an actor. He's an actor. So they're in the academy of the enemy. So they're really technically they're co-workers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, since let's just say, so would you do that to if you had a problem with your coworkers? So would you think that's okay? I don't give a damn because look, regardless if Chris Rock was a warehouse severe of the alopecia, it's unfortunately it's an illness, but just a lot of people who have illnesses. But y'all see that's I have a problem with the selective outrage. Men have issues with hair loss all the time. And we get all types of jokes. And don't give me, well, nah, because y'all the problem is you hold many of these females, you treat them like special needs children. Y'all baby them, you coddle them. My thing is, if she was technically, I think she's a comedian too, and or did some jokes. So over a joke, regardless of how you feel about it, and I'm factoring feelings, but I gotta go by truth and facts. That did not warrant, first of all, and second of all, security should have got him. Actually, the police could get him for that. You know what I'm saying? Trust believe. LAPD was watching. Chris can file charges. If that was me, I would square up. And actually, the way he's talking, it can be taken as a threat because we could say, well, speaking to people in general, but Chris Rock is laughing at him. I mean, what he did is it's like you're not that tough because if you was a tough dude, first let me say this: if Jada was that had that type of weak skin and she's that super sensitive, then her ass needs to stay home. This is not their first rodeo, people. They've been in this type of business, this type of industry for almost 30 years. Okay? So you got people suffering from all types of diseases, more severe than others. And alopecia, yes, it's a disease. It's unfortunate, but there are more serious illnesses that people suffer from and are dying from. And my thing is, if she felt so strong about it, why don't she start something, start an organization for research and treatment? They could do that. But see, but see, that's the bullshit I'm talking about.
And Jada went bad, and Will went bad. Everybody went mad. Boycott, Spike got mad. And Jonathan got mad, and Jada went bad, and Will went bad. Everybody went mad. You know, it's quite like Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming, protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars.
This
Jada
is a beef.
boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. Oh, that's not an invitation I would turn down. Spike got mad.
Okay, that was back in like I think 2016 or 2015, but 2016. So this beef has been going on for a long time. regardless, is this: if y'all had this type of unresolved issues, and I'm speaking between Chris Rock and the Smith couple, Will and Jada Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, Will and Jada Smith. Why was there's no resolution? You understand what I'm saying? My thing was this. The GI Jane joke, yes, it was kind of, it was touchy, but see, we're so super sensitive now. I'm not saying what Chris Rock did was right. Will Smith, I can understand to a certain extent, but still, bro, you're still wrong. So there's stuff. I got a question. If Jerry Seinfeld was making jokes towards, or a white comedian, let's just say it was Amy Schumer was making them type of jokes, do you think Will Smith would have got up there and slapped the shit out of her? Let's be honest. Let's just say it was Amy Schumer taking jabs. Because I would argue that Jada should just go up there and slap the shit out of her since, y'all can't say that you are against violence, that you are all against violence, but then you want to pick and choose. We don't do that. I don't do that. Either you're against violence or not. There's people who piss me the fuck off. There's people that got under my skin. You know what I'm saying? People have said worse things to me, and I wouldn't even go up there. Now, I could clap back with you and talk shit with you. You understand what I'm saying? I have been attacked by my weight, my health. People have insulted my family. Growing up in school, growing up in work, what have you. I don't recall just walking up to somebody just slapping them. Now people have came for me, and I have gave them a warning that I will defend myself by any means necessary. When you are a content creator, and if you're an actor, actress, an entertainer, athlete, you already know what y'all signed up for. I'm sorry. There's no way that y'all can defend somebody who's over a half a hundred. Will Smith is in his, Will is in his 50s, he's approaching his mid-50s. You got 3 middle-aged people about to be senior citizens in a couple years. So do you think that's a good look? I understand people get in their feelings and stuff. People get hurt. People get triggered. I get it. I got a question. If Will Smith, would he have done that to Jerry Seinfeld or any white comedian taking jabs? Because you're talking about defending honor. What the fuck is honorable about Jada Pinkett Smith? If she had honor, if she was, to be honest, why would you give him the look and say, are you going to let him get away with this and that? Will Smith has said, chill. I will talk to him after. But, my thing is, when George Clooney talks shit about Will Smith in front of Jada Pinkett Smith, when Jada Pinkett was having a conversation, and like on them Saturday Night Lives, talk show, George Clooney, basically there was an interview, talk conversation. He talked junk about Will Smith. How can you let George Clooney, a white male, talk shit? Yes, I'm bringing race into it. So you're okay with a white male disrespecting your husband, Jada? And as a matter of fact, you have disrespected black men as a whole. You talk shit about Snoop. You emasculated him. You went in on black men when they were falsely accused, and there was evidence. You have disrespected black men and black women who choose to be feminine, like y'all will call a pygmy. But y'all don't see nothing wrong with that. The hypocrisy of her supporting the gunocracy. Y'all don't see that, how she has. Y'all talk about defending, Will Smith defends her honor. Fuck out of here. I would argue this. How come she didn't defend his honor? Talk about when she was fucking around with August Askina when she had an affair with her son's friend, August Askina, I think that's how you say his name, his last name. Where was that outrage? How come you didn't slap the shit out of him, Will Smith? And how come you didn't slap the shit out of your wife? Yeah, I'm going there. Fuck out of here with your selective outrage, bro. You came across like a bitch ass, super sensitive ass nigga. I don't care how upset she was. That was you interrupted what Chris Rock was doing. If you had a problem with him, you could have took it up with him on break because Denzel had to talk sense. Denzel and Tyler bitch ass Perry had to talk sense to you. You're gonna throw away and actually, if Jada actually gave a fuck about her husband, she would have understood. Hey, no, even no, not now. You work too damn hard to get this award. You work too hard in your career and what you have done for the family, despite what the shit I have put you through and the stuff that we have dealt with for all these years, for the last 10, 20 plus years, almost 30 years. Don't throw it all away because of a joke, of an insult. If she cared about him, she would have defended his honor that night and defended his honor early on, humiliating him with that entanglement when she actually, this slutty ass, dusty, 3 or 4 bitch cheated on him. And look, y'all, I'm not going to get into this debate, what he might have done. The fact of the matter is, can he get away with saying it was an entanglement? Can he get away with that shit? Do you think she would have been forgiven of him, of messing her reputation and making her look bad? See, y'all don't want to see this. This is the problem. This is what I said. We have a democracy, but see, black men can't say nothing. And then you got this heifer. We're gonna. I stand with Shannon Sharp. He would have not took that. I wouldn't have took it either. It's just words, bruh. It's just words. Let's watch. But I'm going to the Kevin Samuels video right now, and I'm gonna play some parts.
There has to be something between those two, because you said it's.
I mean, um, I'm just gonna. Here's the thing. I'm trying to get to the part.
I'm 27.
Okay. Let me just play it from here. Let me play it from here. Fair use, just to let y'all know. Just to let y'all know.
Whatever the style assignment, think ASOS.
I hate these commercials.
Let's do it that way.
This is KS. Okay.
Now, I would define tonight as a success. It was a great night tonight. First of all, I seen a man stand up for his wife, which
What?
we don't see that much anymore.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, none other than Tiffany Haddish.
The hyena hood
She
rap.
starred in a movie with Jada. It was called Girls Trip or something or other. And, you know, she's been out here for a while doing her thing. And here we go. I think this one person encapsulated what so many I've heard far a lot of women say tonight. That made me. It was a great night tonight. First of all, I seen a man stand up for his wife. Which we
Hold
don't
on,
see that
hold on,
often.
hold on. How in the fuck did he stand up for his wife? Stand up to what? Did she stand up for him when she had that affair and all the shit she has done, disrespecting black men, and she's married to a black man? Did she defend him, bitch? Yeah, I'm going there today. I can't stand Tiffany Haddish. She a goddamn coon on the fucking minstrel. You can't take her seriously. She a fucking hood rat. I don't care about her upbringing and what she went through as a kid. We all went through bad shit. I will acknowledge some people went through worse than others, okay? You don't get to be a fucking coon and buffoon. You don't get to be a coon and buffoon and act like you don't got no damn sense because you didn't have a silver spoon in your fucking mouth. Nobody did, really. If you're black, you really don't have a silver spoon. Even if you come from an upper middle class, you don't really got that type of juice. Let's keep it goddamn real.
That made me have hope.
Hope for what? Hope for what? There's no hope for you, bitch. There ain't no goddamn hope for you. What the fuck you talking about? There's no hope for, you're a modern bitch. You were a typical modern heifer. Broken, dusty, you're ratchet, you're unladylike, you in your masculine, you're not in your feminine, and I don't give a damn about my circumstances compared to your grandmothers and your great grandmothers who grew up in Jim Crow segregation and your ancestors who went through chattel slavery. You have it better. Shut the fuck up. As women, y'all have it better. Black men, on the other hand, we don't have it better. And that's due because our black women stabbed us in the goddamn back when it came to the civil rights movement. A lot of the slave rebellions were destroyed due to these bed lynches. Black women actually owned slaves. So, but y'all don't want to discuss that, especially with you pro-blacks. Yeah, I'm calling you niggas, you Negroes out. Fuck out of here. Protect you for what? Ain't no man gonna protect a woman who's masculine, disrespecting black man, bullying women, making them feel bad about themselves because they want to look good, be feminine, be in shape. They want to nurture their family, nurture their husband, conduct themselves as a wife, and then y'all roast them and call them pygmies. Because you don't want to do the goddamn work. And listen, yeah, I'm talking to you too, because y'all don't want to pay the cost to get a husband, a good husband at that, a great husband, paying the cost, play your position. Oh, you just rather rebel and just try to bully people to accept you for who you are, it doesn't work because when men try to bully y'all to liking us, oh, guess what happens? Hands behind your back. You're under arrest, stalking, harassing. You intimidated her. Blase, blase. No means no, but it's funny how when it comes to women, men can't tell women no for shit. Talk about protection. I am so sick of dudes protecting modern women who are not in their feminine, don't have no feminine energy, have a bunch of excuses, have no accountability, always looking for trouble. Y'all bitches refuse to stay the fuck out of trouble. Y'all always y'all talk about these white hoes, these Karens, what you would call them. Y'all talk shit about white females always looking for trouble, lying, making false allegations, but y'all do the same thing. But y'all don't try that shit with Brad. Y'all don't try that shit with Chad, but you damn sure don't try that mess with that high value Brad. Because y'all been conditioned to respect and worship whiteness. Black people as a whole, but black women more so. Y'all been on some super cool shit. And the reason why I go in on the women more when it comes to this, because y'all are the ones who are raising these children. Y'all the ones who are wrecking your homes. Y'all refuse to. Y'all don't even want to have a home. Y'all rather have this whole ass independent, be a proud 304, But as long as I can, if I can't get the best, the billionaire who's tall and handsome, dark with a light skin tan, oh, I don't want. I'd rather be alone to struggle because I don't. I just want a hand up. I just don't. I want to be dusty and lazy and be and rest in my my feminism, what they would call resting their femininity, when women have never rested in their femininity. That don't exist. Men have never rested in their masculinity. Everybody had a role to play in the family. Now I don't want to get off the subject, but this has a lot to do of what I'm talking about when it comes to this bullshit. When have y'all ever defended black men as a whole? When black men get slapped around and disrespected by a random woman or a woman making threats to him or his ex or he being stalked, y'all don't do shit. Y'all don't intervene. But he does something or checks. He don't even have to put hands on him or checks it. Y'all say he's wrong. See, we can't win, fellas.
I wanted your opinion on it because you're a comedian, and so it was that thing where like, was that joke too far? How did you feel about what Will did? Because you are someone who's done comedy,
Half a
and
code,
like you
bitch
defending his
code.
mom and defending his wife.
Yeah, I want to know how you felt about it. Would you want your husband to do that for you if you was clearly hurt? I mean,
Hurt
look
by
at his
what?
face up on the screen. He looked over at his wife. She's hurt.
Oh, get the
What would
fuck
you
out
do?
of here.
I would want him to defend me. The thing that made me sad was like this was a big night for Will, and then you saw that it was
She
for
ruined it.
him, and it was
Jada ruined it.
it's just I can't I don't
Being
think I
fucking
still process
selfish.
how this night went.
Well, I just know she better take care of business when they get home.
What
Because I know
business?
I would. If my man did that for me, I'd be
You ain't done it yet.
yellow.
You ain't done it yet. Sit your ass down.
Yeah, I did.
You tell them how you felt.
Oh, they know how I feel.
Oh,
Oh, they know
but
how
she
I
ain't
feel.
never been married. But I'm pretty sure she had
Even
decent
when
men
no, to them.
that wanted
The
to
girls
wife
try.
her and she was ungrateful.
They know my crazy. Yeah.
Well, it was incredible to watch Will up there. T1. How did you feel watching him give that speech?
And the thing about that, the fact that a lot of you heifers and a lot of you beta simp ass males support this shit, this is the reason why our community is trash in the goddamn toilet. No nation can rise above the moral position of its woman. So you can't put this on a man. It's up to these women to change for the better.
I felt very proud. I felt gratified. And I just hope that more men are like that.
No,
Care about their families.
she didn't.
That's
Y'all
not
don't care
just
about the
about
men
you,
in the family.
right? It's not just about you, sir. It's about your family, the people you create, the people that help you be who you are. That's important. That's what I think America forgot about.
No, that's what you women forgot about.
To people who are critiquing him online right now.
Yeah, what you doing for your family? Who you protect?
Protect you for what?
By
How
the way,
about you stay
what
out
do
of
you
trouble?
expect from the book? Because we all want to read.
That's how they're trying to spin this bullshit. As Will Smith jumps up to defend his wife and his family. Gentlemen, make no mistake. We have entered dark, dark territory, especially amongst black men. Gentlemen, that's what they expect of us. That's what they expect. They expect you, they expect me to run to jump up with a battery in our back with no thought and just throw away a life of work. I am going to sit back and plenty of people have said what they got to say. You've heard all the jokes, and I don't have any new material to add on this one. Like you said, they're public figures.
Facts.
And for so many people for so many women, black women, to be rushing to defend violence, these are the same people who would sit back and tell you that domestic violence is wrong. I mean, the hypocrisy knows no bounds. And to spin it as though this man came to the defense of his wife's honor. Wife's honor? Let's get into this. We've been drug into the Smith
Exactly.
You chose that.
And the thing is, I'm going to stop it right there. That's the thing. You will, if you watch, or your family's watching, make sure you send this video and watch it, and don't be in your feelings. I mean, listen to what's being said here and watch what's being told and shown. A lot of you dudes, this is the problem. If she was not with you on your path, but wants to deal with you at the finish line, or she was dealing with some other dude, but she put you in the friend zone or delayed it. Now all of a sudden she's done with this other guy and wants to check for you now. You got to get the hell away from her. Get the fuck away from her. Tell her to leave. No. If she didn't want to fuck with you then, when you was on your path, on that damn purpose still, and when you were like, rising up and building yourself, being a better version of you, or trying, you were on the task. You was in that groove. You was in that mode. Now she wants to holler at you at the finish line, or you coming close to the finish line. No, she can kick rocks, or I care. Okay. What I was saying now is that it looks like people said it was real. Well, I would say what he did was an act of realness. I mean, unfortunately, that was some bitch ass shit. But the way the sound effects and all that stuff, that looked like it was pretty staged from that aspect. There's no way you could just get that on the spot. Going up to slap and he's just stood there. Because real talk, there's no way in hell most your at record everyday guy would just you having to say something, you're saying something provoked or unprovoked. You're talking junk and some dude walks up on you. Even if it was a woman who walked on you, I wouldn't just have my hands tied or let somebody nah. I wouldn't just stand there. I can tell you that for sure. I could be moving, ducking about or just get away from you. I wouldn't be running away from you, but I would just. But it's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard for y'all. It's gonna be hard for you. I ain't gonna let nobody just say something over a joke. And if you had a problem with it, first of all, she was laughing. She was smiling, giggling, making light of it. All of a sudden, she had to change her heart. Now she wants to put the battery so he can be this beta captain, save a bitch, and just use her man, use her husband as an attack dog. She a fucking Karen. That's some Karen hoe ass shit. Y'all talk about Emmett Till. What do you think happens? Y'all like to talk about Emmett Till and what happened, but y'all contribute to it. Y'all talk about Emmett Till and what happened to this young boy and all that stuff. But you got black females doing the same thing as these Carolyn Bryant Dunham bitches. These Karens. Your modern black female is the new Karen. She acts like a white bitch that y'all talk about. And let me, I gotta show something on the ground. Let me show you this. Jada, my thing is about alopecia and stuff was a sensitive issue compared to what I said earlier. Okay, there are things that are more serious than alopecia. She's not dying from no cancer. Me personally, I wish she did. Yeah, I said it. She's not. She's able to walk and walk freely, have her arms and legs. There are people who don't have that. She don't have no terminal illness where she's on life support. Fuck out of here with her bitch ass. Oh, but you have, but you disrespected but you disrespected black men. You talking about believe all women, and then y'all throw black men underneath the bus. Y'all talking about, then you push the narrative that black men are these predators, black men are violent, but y'all encourage violence. Let me play this.
Being a black woman and dealing especially in the era that I came up in, having your hair look as European as possible was always the thing. And that was really challenging, you know, because I liked my hair out wild and curly,
She
but
should have did it.
nobody wanted that. So I always
Oh,
had
no,
to do my
no,
hair that didn't feel natural to me because
I gotta replay that part. I gotta replay that part.
who have the courage to just authentic selves, even women who have the courage to just live in their authentic self.
See, my thing is, I hate when these heifers do that. Well, nobody wanted it. What do you mean nobody wanted it? That's cold talk. Well, White Zaddy and his mama Karen did not want that. Becky did not want that. Chad did not want that. You mean to tell me that black men were against you wearing your natural hair? Again, I'm tired of this indirect and direct blaming that they be doing out here, and it's trash. It's goddamn trash.
I've had some definite hair regrets, for sure, specifically on covers. Being a black woman and dealing with hair in Hollywood, especially in the era that I came up in, having your hair look as European as possible was always the thing. And that was really challenging, you know, because I liked my hair out wild and curly, but nobody wanted that. So I always had to do my hair in ways that didn't feel natural to me because I'm trying to play the game. So
What
if I'm
game?
doing a cover, everybody, no, we want your hair straight and flowy. And it's like, all right, cool, but that's not really like what my hair likes to do. So I had to learn to get the courage to just go, nah, I'm not doing that. Which is why I feel the freedom today. I don't give two craps what people feel about this
Really?
bald head of mine. Because guess what? I love it. I've had some definite hair regrets, for sure, specifically on covers where just what the hell. Being a black woman and dealing with hair in Hollywood, especially in the era that I came up in, having your hair look as European as possible was always the thing. And that was really challenging, you know, because I liked my hair out wild and curly, but nobody wanted that. So I always had to do my hair in ways that didn't feel natural to me because I'm trying to play the game. So if I'm doing a cover, everybody, no, we want your hair straight and flowy. And it's like, all right, cool, but that's not really like what my hair likes to do. So I had to learn to get the courage to just go, nah, I'm not doing that. Which is why I feel the freedom today. I don't give two craps what people feel about this bald head of mine. Because guess what? I love it.
Okay.
Definite hair regrets.
Okay. Okay.
Specific.
Okay. Okay. Really? 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 Then why did you demand that Will Smith slap the shit out of Chris Rock? If you didn't care, why did you encourage him? As a matter of fact, why did you go up? Why don't you bring your masculine, feminist dumbass and slap the shit out of him? What can since um Cowie Weird is in a gynocracy, pro gynocracy, but they're conservative as fuck. Why don't you do it? Since you promote all this black feminism and all that stuff, niggas ain't shit and all this other bullshit. Y'all, but she like thugs. She like the thug life. She's a black misandrist. There's a lot of black misandrists in the black community. A lot of this is very gynocentric, very matriarchal. She said she don't give two craps, but you have Will go up and hit Cross Rock, and he just talking emotional, talking reckless. Keep my wife's being at you down. Hey, I'm sorry. I mean, you're in a way that's a violation, and you're communicating threats. That can be taken as that based on the tone. It doesn't have to necessarily be the words, but the way you're saying that, like you're gonna do something, like you're so damn tough, Will. let me play this part. Let me play this part of of my reaction of Kevin Samuels weighing in on this.
About this.
Really can't teach
I hate these commercials.
you to dance, but if
I hate that goddamn commercials. Let me just say this. Okay. But that's one thing I hate. These damn commercials.
I think that
So I want to play this part. I want y'all to pay attention to this.
Same space. Okay, the only thing you disagree with is go ahead.
is that I don't think he did it to defend Jada's honor. I think he did it because I've read some snippets from his book, and he always felt that he was looked at as the punk, that he wasn't respected as a man, and that in his childhood he saw his father.
Let me say this part. I get real sick and tired of the white tears, the white bitch tears that y'all be doing. Oh, I had my life and this happened to me, and y'all use that as a justification to do dumb shit, to break the law, to do harm to people, to hurt other people who had nothing to do with your misfortunes. We gotta stop that. There's a thing called therapy, and I know they can afford it. They can get counseling. But see, in the black community, especially in the black community, it's across the board. But we are so ashamed to get help and say, "Hey, I have issues. I got traumas. I got unresolved issues." We're so afraid and we're so prideful. Spit out your damn pride. No, don't swallow it. Spit it out. Fuck your ego. Kick your ego to the curb and do what you have to do to heal. That's the only way. Praying, praying to praying to cave Jesus and all this other bullshit. No, do what you have to do for your mental health. It's okay. It's okay to say I need help. I'm hurt.
Well, I didn't. Now here's the thing. I don't believe he did it for her honor. I think that's just what he said.
Yeah.
I think he's allowed himself to be the butt of so many jokes, and he took. But the thing is, that's fine. But if it had been The Rock, or if it had been somebody else, he would have let that slide. He's almost 100 pounds more than this dude.
And the thing is, if that was a Caucasian comedian, especially a Caucasian, Asian, and Latino, or if that was George Lopez, somebody like George Lopez, it, maybe I wonder if Tiffany Haddish would have took a jab at Jada. Do you think Will Smith would slap the shit out of her? But if it was a Caucasian, Jerry Seinfeld, he wouldn't. His bitch ass wouldn't try that. He wouldn't try to slap the shit out of Jerry Seinfeld or Louis C.K. And other white comedians. Amy Schumer. That went down. But see, because there's another black man that happens to be smaller than him, and like he said, and I'll just take the easy way out. That's cowardice. Cowardice.
So, anything else that you disagree with about it?
No, I think he was totally wrong, and I think he will do right by Chris Rock. I think that.
I don't. How can you? Here's the thing. I wanted them kids. How can he fix it?
The only course of action is to make amends by however Chris Rock feels is the proper to make.
Okay. Well, hold on. All right. Thank you. We'll bring some other people in. Okay. Let me mute you. Hello.
Hey Kevin, how are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 32.
All right. So, what did I get wrong, or what do you disagree with?
I disagree with the fact that, Will Smith, he is human, and whether you feel like the alopecia thing wasn't a life-threatening illness, we don't know what's happening behind closed doors. Whether she's like upset, and, you know what I mean, and
Still no
trying to wipe her
excuse.
tears at night and stuff
So
like that.
what?
So,
So what?
I mean, I agree, no, I agree. I'm just saying that part about the alopecia thing. You know what I mean? Like, we really don't know the severity of how she feels about that. You know what I'm saying?
But why? But why does that matter?
In retrospect to what
It doesn't. It doesn't keep Jada Pinkett Smith in the house with the blinds closed. She is on red tabletop and she is out on the red carpet.
That's true. You're absolutely right. She, I mean, in the devil's advocate, you asked what I disagree with. That's not
Uh-huh.
what I agree with.
Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, I get the fact that she has a condition. I mean, no, I get it. Okay, let me bring somebody else in. Okay, no problem. Let me bring some more folks in here because I really want to hear your next, ma'am, and then your next after that, you Kelly. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. How old are you?
I'm 35.
All right. So, what did I get wrong, or what do you disagree with me?
I did not know it was disagreement only. I actually do agree with you.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me bring somebody else on to
Hold on.
just
Hold on, let me just.
Kelly.
Now this is the part.
We have to understand that he is a human being, number one.
Oh, get the. I'm so sick of that deflection.
All right. So, what did I get wrong, or what do you disagree with me?
Okay, so let me see. Now, I feel like Will wasn't 100% wrong. Now, you talk about his mental state, but we have to understand that he is a human being, number one. He is a man.
Again, stop trying to rationalize wrong. Stop trying to rationalize wrong. Actually, what he did was assault and a violation. For him to go off, he broke the rules, and he should have been escorted. And my thing, Goose's reward. He was forced to apologize. And my thing, if he was so in the right, why did he apologize?
Two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that being said, we look at him as an actor. We see this person, we believe that we know these people's lives oh so well, and we really don't. This is their job. This is what they do. Okay? Him and his wife, we don't know what's going on between them. We don't know the hurt that this woman has behind losing her hair. Okay?
I lost my hair.
All I know is that this woman feels when she's reaching
Hold on. I lost my goddamn hair. My brother lost his hair. My daddy, my granddaddy lost. My granddaddy lost his hair. So I should just go. I should just encourage somebody to just, or I should just walk up and slap somebody, right?
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. So, Will Smith would have shot Chris Rock. Would that have been okay?
See, that's a little extreme, Kevin.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Well, first off, you didn't answer my question.
No, it wouldn't have been right.
Okay, so there is a line that would have been wrong.
Okay.
I'm just asking. I'm just saying there is a line where you would say something is definitely wrong.
Yes,
All right. Where is that line?
I would say the line would be the disrespect.
No.
The blatant.
No. Where is the no. Where is the okay? There. You say a slap is permissible, but murder isn't. So where is the line between slap and murder? Where does it
Well,
cross?
there's a huge line. I'm sorry.
Where? About where though? About where? Where would Will Smith? What should he? What's the? There has to be something between those two because you said it's extreme. Okay. Where's the dividing line?
I would say the dividing line would be once again. I don't know his thoughts. No one knows what was going on.
Yeah, but what I'm asking, let me be more clear. What is the action? What is the action that will be the dividing line?
The action that would be the dividing line would probably be a slap as opposed to a gun. That could
Okay,
be a close
so,
line.
so, okay, but you just, okay, but I want to be fair. You said that's a bit extreme, okay? You said that's a bit extreme, Kevin, and I said, okay.
Yep.
So, what's the next step then? Because if a gun is extreme and a slap is permissible,
Let me just say this. This is why a lot of black men are dead, homeless because they lost their livelihood, job, business, or dead, jail, or in prison, or homeless. Reputation destroyed, lives and families destroyed because you have a hood rat, you have these black hyena hood rat carrying bitches that just all they gotta do is gotta do is cry wolf and say he did this and guilt him because of the conditioning is well, respect all women, and you gotta protect women you don't know that you ain't having no relations with. You're not fucking, she ain't doing nothing for you. And then when got men going, you got these males who are emotionally triggered and guilted and manipulated by these heifers all of a sudden, now all of a sudden with all this protection, but you wonder why a lot of these men are in the goddamn cemetery buried or cremated or out in the street. Can't or there's situations where you have these some guys will come up to his girlfriends or his woman's job, his wife's job, and cause a ruckus. Let me say this. I remember Soul Food. There was a situation um, where Darren Henson, I met him in person. He's a cool person. He's a cool dude. Darren Henson was playing. I forgot the character of the Soul Food series. He was married to Bird, and there was some affair going on, or some problem, and actually there was another. But I remember the situation. The situation, she was messing around, and he comes up, and that could have been ended ugly in real life because she could have lost her job, and they were working together, two incomes, and one of them loses their job like that, or he go to jail. They're out on the street. But see, you have women who will encourage protect me no matter what. But my thing as men, you should be question, yes, question, and know how to problem solve before it gets to that point. You should tell her to sit her ass down and stay in her feminine and stop looking for trouble. Stop hope being a goddamn 304. See, this is what happens. This is why I say do not protect women who are masculine. Women who want to get in the man's face. Women who want to communicate threats to men. Women who want to tear down women who are feminine and who are very much a lady and bully and intimidate her because she don't want to be part of the sisterhood plantation. She don't want to be a feminist. She want to be a traditional, warm, loving woman, be a nurturer, take care of her husband, be about the family, be about the community, be a supporter. Not not these wild hyena hood rat feminists be a fucking annoying ass self entitled delusional Karen.
what if you'd have punched him? Would that have been okay?
Actually, I thought he did punch you.
Okay, what if he would have punched him 3 times?
What I can understand is, people. I mean, it's like we have to still understand. I see where you're going with this,
Uh-huh.
Kevin, and I have great respect for you. My son is a huge fan. He's your little mini me. But anyway, and I thank you for that. I just want to throw that out there. But let me just say,
Hold on. Let me get part two because I'm live
your
stream
little mini.
from Instagram. So let me share this. It's real quick.
But anyway, and I thank you for that. I just want to throw that out there. But let me just say this. We don't understand how what's going on in people's, like you mentioned, mental health. That's a real issue in the black community that isn't being addressed as it should be. Okay? I get that. I understand that. But what you also have to understand is you can only take so much
Well,
on
but
this
man,
journey
but
before you
man,
can
but man, but man, we're roughly the same age. And what you didn't say is what we both know.
what's that?
The line is when you decide to put your hands on somebody.
Oh well yeah.
But you say that now, but you can't say that and then saying slapping is acceptable.
Kevin, if you were disciplining your children,
Huh?
Okay,
slapping them as
ma'am,
opposed
this is not disciplining my child. This is no different than when somebody's on public versus private property. You gotta keep, you can't go apples and oranges. All the mental health and everything else is fine.
And I would say this too. That's Will's responsibility. As a man who's have over half 100, about to be a senior citizen in a few years, that is his responsibility and priority for him to take care of his mental health. It is his choice if he wants to put up with Jada's bullshit or not. That's a personal choice.
Because because it's two different arguments, man. We're old enough to be able to hold two separate thoughts. We
yes.
can't. So if you're saying a gun, a shooting is too far, but a slap is okay, no, both of them are wrong.
I don't agree.
Really,
I don't
the
agree.
law calls it assault.
Yeah, and a gun is murdering somebody is shooting someone is murder.
Right, and hold on, man. But if you went to jail or you had, if you got arrested and you were held accountable for those crimes, would you be punished the same for a slap or murder?
Absolutely not. You and I both
Because
know that.
one is more extreme than the other, but they're both crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin.
Man, no, okay, that's simple logic, man. The simple logic.
It's simple, but it's not.
It is very simple, man, because it's simple for the fact that would Will Smith have walked up there and done the same to Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
I don't know. Who
You
knows?
damn right
She damn right knows. Girl, have a bye.
he wouldn't have, cause you damn right he wouldn't have, cause the Rock would have. Excuse me, hold on, you can't overtalk me, you can't overtalk.
Look at that over talking shit. See, she's one of them masculine heifers that we be talking about. This is why you cannot nation build with bitches like that. Yeah, I'm calling her who the fuck she is. Tough shit.
You can't overtalk me, you can't overtalk me. So, Dwayne the Rock Johnson would have beat his monkey ass. So what I'm trying to get you ladies to understand
Welcome to the live.
is you're arguing in your emotion, but it doesn't make logical
Facts.
sense. Make it make logical sense.
Well, you want me to make it logical sense, Kevin?
Yeah.
And the logical sense for me would be I don't see where Will Smith was wrong.
Yes.
I
It's
see
still bullshit.
where Chris Rock was being very disrespectful. This is my take on it. Every human being has their own take. We don't.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you still got to come up with a conclusion. It doesn't matter what your personal feelings and opinions is, even with your non-biased analysis with logic and common sense. You still got to come up with a conclusion. There's no gray area. A lot of times y'all be overusing the gray areas. Even when it comes to gray areas, is it more light, close to the white, or close to the dark, which is black?
What was going on? These are these people's lives. All we're doing is forming an opinion.
Well, no, ma'am. This is where we don't. We live in a country and a society of laws where we sit down as a populace and determine right wrongs. And we have sat down in society and said, when you decide to put your hands on somebody else, your rights stop where mine start. When you do that, we've decided that's against the law. Therefore, all that we all human beings stuff stops because we can apply that to anything. You got a house, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm in a bad way. I'm going through a lot of shit. It's hard out here for a pimp. So I decided to break in your house and take all your shit. I ain't had sex in a long time. It's hard out here for a pimp. So you know what? I'm a little hard up, a little horny. So I roll up on you and knock you in the back of your head. You know, whatever happens. Oh, those things will make very common, clear sense. But when we put it as slap versus disrespect, that's great. Come on, man, it's against the law.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's still against the law. But we just want to rationalize fucked up bad behavior. And the thing about this, Jada should be held accountable. I'm sorry. When you have women who use men as attack dogs, yes, he should be accountable. But guess what? She contributed to the violence, getting this man killed, getting this man murdered, getting this man assaulted. I've had females pull that shit and make a false allegation, make up some bullshit. Didn't happen, but she just was in a bad mood. Just did it because black men. I'm a man, so I'm a woman. I can just get away with this type of shit. I can accuse you of something, but don't be held accountable. I had that when I was at a grocery store. She tried to say I'm trying to sneak record her skirt and shit, but she's standing next to me. I'm trying to like move away from her and give her her space, but she keeps invading my space. What the store manager said, we caught you on. He didn't do what you accused him of. I saw the security cameras. That's why when she was making this hood rat Chihuahua wetback Cam was talking her shit. Then her Brad, Captain Save a Bitch Brad, was trying to fight me. All of a sudden she's trying to say because she saw that I had a weapon with my car keys, so she's trying to say no, but he did, but Dusty needs a place to stay. His wasted whiteness, and he ended up, I don't know what happened, but going to jail because of he was emotional. I keep telling you, dudes, get all the facts before you react. These women be lying out here and not reading. Their women do not know how to read. They do not know how to read social situations. They get in their feelings, and in society, we allow this bullshit to happen. This is why I say men need to be in a leadership position and say fuck her feelings, and you make the decisions.
Well, Kevin, let's not forget we didn't write the laws. That's number
Will
one.
Smith signed.
Okay.
Will Smith is a member of the Academy. He signed a contract that has code of conduct. They're not
Clearly, he
supposed to
broke
do
that
anything
contract.
that's supposed to make the Academy look bad. If you look, man, you're trying to argue a point instead of just saying
You
Will.
wanted somebody to disagree
I
with
do,
you.
I do, but I want you to understand why you can feel one thing, but if okay, let me ask you this: what would the world look like if the world operated according to your way? People just act on how they feel once they've crossed the line. What would society look like?
It would look exactly like it's looking right now today, Kevin. It would
Yeah.
look exact.
Well, I do agree with her on that. And the thing is, what I have an issue with Negroes, with black folks, is that, oh, you made us look bad in front of these white people. You were acting a fool. Like, white folks don't act a fool. Fuck that respectability politics. And I stand by Robert Perkins when he says that. Fuck trying to look good in front of white folks. Stop trying to look for validation. That is the most coolest bitch ass shit you could do as a black person in America and worldwide. Trying to get acceptance, but y'all don't want to call out the foul behavior when it comes to non-black people, especially when it comes to white folks. Y'all keep thinking white people are perfect, and they're not. Their history and their violent nature and their degeneracy has shown you otherwise, but y'all don't want to call that out because y'all just want to be accepted as a bunch of good ass bedwenches.
It
I
would
mean,
mirror.
I think you're being a little hyper. What state do you live in?
I live in California. I live in Marin City, California.
I think you're being very hyperbolic. We don't live in a society like that. A society like that, you couldn't even be. It's called the purge. You ever see a movie called The Purge?
Oh, yeah, all
That's
that.
okay. Or you ever see The Walking Dead or something like that?
Yes.
Man, y'all, no, you don't live in a world where people just do what the hell they want to.
Well, in a sense, they do.
No, no, not in a sense.
No, you
They
don't.
don't because they fear the law.
Give you an example. I bet she gets in our car, she obeys the traffic laws or tries to. Especially when you see that speed trap, you see that state trooper, you see that cop, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you go into an establishment, I bet you are um, compliant to the regulations in the public place, and even when it comes to the ownership of the owner who owns the store and sets up the rules.
Will Smith walked up to another black man who's a family man, who has children, who has a mother and father, who has fans. This is Chris Rock we're talking about.
Yeah.
And he went and open slapped him, and you're saying that we don't know what Will Smith is going through. We don't have to know. That was, I don't understand why you're saying we should understand Will Smith when that's wrong.
Now, I don't understand why Chris Rock didn't get his lick back. That's what I don't understand. But that's a whole nother subject. Yeah.
So you really don't see an issue with what Will Smith did?
Not at that moment. None.
What does that mean at that moment? What does that mean at that moment? Hold on. When you say at that moment, what do you mean?
This is why this is why we have a lot of black men in prison. This is why we have a lot of black men being locked up. A lot of black men losing their lives, losing their jobs, and then losing what they worked hard for, businesses, because they just let these heifers tell them what to do, put the battery in the back, and they just be beta brutes. And unfortunately, our women they like those effeminate, emotionally charged, beta bitch ass male brutes.
I mean, just the heat of the moment. He's
Okay.
looking at his wife pissed off.
Okay.
Fuck out of here.
How old is your son?
My son is 19.
19.
Yes.
Beautiful time. Also dangerous time for us as young men.
Well, see, but
Hold
you
on, hold
know,
on, hold on.
you
Hold on,
forgot.
hold on. You just cut me on. You just cut me on. No.
It was the worst time for me.
We don't do that. We don't do that, man. That's one thing I do not allow. Ever. That's just disrespectful.
It was a horrible time for me. And a lot of people I know, it was a horrible time for us.
Beautiful time for a young black, beautiful time, but it's also a dangerous time for a young black man, especially in California.
You're right.
If a young black man, when your son will have an argument, and and the other decide to take your son's life just in the heat of the moment, would you mean? Come on, man, you can't make it. But,
Absolutely not.
okay, but that's where it ends, though, man. You said Chris should have got his lick back, and then what does that end?
See, can I, you mind?
Go ahead. What does it end? Go ahead.
Okay, let me say this. This generation, as you and I are in the same age bracket, this generation has no idea what it means to fist fight. They don't do that anymore. So if it's a slap, I prefer a slap than a bullet any day of the week. So
But man, we're talking about the Oscars. We're not talking about on the basketball court.
what does that mean? Because you're in a.
What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean, ma'am? Okay, no disrespect, ma'am, but there's one thing where men are competing or such and so forth. There's another thing where a man just said, "Can't wait to see you in the next in G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see you." And Will Smith throws his head back in an open belly laugh. You did see that, right?
Yeah, it wasn't an open belly laugh.
It was, oh man, then threw his head back. Ha ha ha! Man, this has been. Trust me, I'm just gonna say stuff.
Okay.
Okay, he laughed, threw his head back. Ha ha ha! Okay, and then he goes and walks up and slaps a man. That's not a fight. Will Smith didn't have a problem with it initially until he saw his wife's response, and then he decided to go attack another man
Basically, be a Captain Saberho.
on her behalf. So he said,
So
Would you want your husband to do the same?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you better slap him twice.
Okay, so I hear you, and you'd be willing to visit your husband in the penitentiary and lose all that money and resources and everything else, and you'd stay with him
So
through.
allow someone to blatantly publicly
Excuse me,
disrespect
no,
me.
ma'am.
Answer the question.
Ma'am, you would stay with him through the legal process, through the loss of property, through anything that came with it. You'd stay with him.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Stop the cap, bitch. Stop the cap.
Um,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you, ma'am.
It's
I don't understand. So I don't get why y'all say disrespect. He told a GI Jane joke. What did, you say that's disrespect to the point that we should allow assault?
He did what he did.
No, that's not what I asked.
That's why I tell y'all, save yourselves, black men.
You're asking me about someone else?
Yeah, because you're saying that. So, and I'm gonna tell you, man. I'll be honest. Are you married, by the way?
I'm sorry?
Are you say you were married or not?
Yes.
If women who think like you are dangerous to me. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because the reason Will behaved the way he did is because Jada supports that kind of stuff. After all, she was down for Tupac. You're talking about two megastar black men being reduced to a slap and fisticuffs over a benign joke.
So, who's the joke one?
Black men, we look like some goddamn fools.
Or do we look like protectors?
No, we look like fools. We look like fools. This Will Smith, excuse me, man, to the world. Excuse me, man. Why do you think okay, I want you to understand. Why do you think I'm going so hard for this? This man, Will Smith, and his wife have had a interesting relationship. Let's just put it that way. She openly called her husband to Red Table Talk to discuss an entanglement with her son's friend who was a junkie.
And I want to say this: where is that rage towards Jada Pinkett for stepping out on him and betraying him? And I know, and it did, but you could tell because I watched that segment, and he was trying to be all play it off, but he was hurt. Now she said it was an open relationship, but I wonder if he was messing with um, his daughter's girlfriends and how would she feel about that? But she would act like, but see, these women are not all the way honest. And the thing is, females like this is the reason why a lot of us black men have lost our lives. This is why you have situations with Brian Banks being falsely accused by these bitches, like what by Monini Gibson. This is why you have a lot of. This is why you had Junior being murdered because of females like this, because these emotionally charged, beta brute ass, punk ass males will just believe whatever the female says and just take orders, don't question, don't problem solve, and try to get all the facts, but just jump when she tells you to. Don't question her. You both bow down to her and just beat up a man. And you have these females who just take pleasure in disrespecting men. You have fathers who actually encourage their daughters to be unladylike and masculine, and just hit a man, but he defends himself. Then all of a sudden, he wants to do something to the man. And I'm like, no. The fact that we have a bunch of old ass simp fathers, and just men in general who encourage these females to be masculine and disrespect other men. It's bad enough that you got women, older women, allowing this feminist bullshit, this toxic feminism, to do this type of shit, and they be on code, the sisterhood code. But when men allow this and don't want to say nothing because just to keep the peace and keep women happy, this is why our community is fucked up the way the fuck it is. This is why you have the gender war. This is why you got a lot of black men who don't deal with black women. And y'all can say whatever the fuck you want. Well, she shouldn't lay in the caves and all this other shit. Well, guess what? these females need to change their fucking behavior, which is easy for them to do. They don't want to do the damn work. What black men got to do, and I stand by Red Supreme, shout out to Red Supreme, is that we have to have money and resources. We got to be unified and work together as men, but we can't do that because these females always want to throw in a fucking monkey wrench. Because they don't like the fact they have a problem with black men and leadership. Black men controlling money, controlling land and property, but women of other communities, other races of women have no goddamn problem. Because they want to stay loyal and get this white acceptance, non-black acceptance. Because our women are not loyal to black men. You look at the breakups, you look at divorces and how they wreck their homes, file divorces. They shit on the decent men, the men who are intelligent. That's why I got pissed off and made a video response to Robert Perkins on his latest live stream. That's coming out at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is why a lot of black men, like Tay Diggs, got the issues he has with black women because of bitches like this. That's why I got issues with them. Do I support swirling? No, but I understand why black men are for save yourselves or being red pill, MGTOW, what have you, because these females sold us out. They've been selling us out for the plantation, gentlemen. But y'all don't call that out. You just want to call it these effeminate ass males. These females are responsible for black men, revolutionary black men, being victims of buck breaking, being lynched and castrated. Because you got a bunch of sellout hoes, but y'all don't want to discuss that.
That's disrespectful.
You're absolutely right.
Where was the smoke for Jada? Where was the smoke for August? Where was the smoke for any of that? Chris Rock, a friend, a colleague, Will Smith, made a joke about Jada, love you, G.I. Jane, can't wait to see you. He didn't say, hey, Jada, how does August taste or feel? He didn't say anything like that. It was not disrespectful. It was about as benign of a joke as you can get.
Can I please?
Go ahead.
It's only disrespectful to the person that's feeling disrespected.
Fuck your feelings.
That's what comedians do, man. That's what comedians do, though, man. That's what comedians do. Okay, ma'am, can we agree, though, on one thing?
What's that?
Is that not what comedians do? That's their job description. That's their job
Thin
description.
line?
There's no thin line. No. Absolutely not. There is no thin line. If you watch the Kings of Comedy, Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Cedric Entertainer, and D.L. Hughley, he made his name on roasting the audience. Man, if you are in the Oscars, they bring comedians there to pierce the ego. That's why they're there. Have you ever asked why the Oscars is hosted by comedians? They do it to not take themselves so seriously. That's the purpose. Chris Rock was at work doing what comedians are supposed to do, poking fun and making light of things that you and I can't do. Who even knows if he knew the woman had alopecia? How about this? If she didn't have alopecia, would it be disrespectful?
Kevin,
Answer that question. Be fair. Would it be fair if she just cut her hair off? If she cut her hair off, would it be disrespectful? Huh?
any low blow.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Comedians.
And she said she don't give two craps. I don't give two craps. And what people say about my bald head, my shaved head.
If she didn't have alopecia, would it be disrespect?
Yes.
So.
If it made her feel uncomfortable.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Oh, but she made her husband uncomfortable, and she has disrespected when she disrespected Snoop Dogg and other black men, especially when Snoop Dogg was defending Kobe Bryant by that bitch Gayle King, that mammy, and grand mammy Oprah Winfrey, Ava DuVernay, canceling black men, making black men pay for crimes that they were not guilty of, or if there was a case, it got thrown out, like R. Kelly's case. But we want to look at these females as victims, these young girls as victims, but you have these grown women pimping out their daughters. You got these grown women. You got these mothers treating their son like husband, being working like a goddamn slave because she's so fucking lazy. You got these females got to force to sell themselves because the mom's saying you got to bring me money because she's so fucking lazy. But instead of just getting with the husband and being cooperative, we talk about marry before you carry, but these females wreck their own damn homes because of some emotional bullshit. That don't mean nothing. That's so temporary. You know what I'm saying? She has disrespected Snoop. She's disrespected black men. She has talked shit about other black women who don't buy into these feminist views, who don't lean to the left.
Herself and her husband felt that energy from his wife. Yes, it was disrespectful.
I need you to understand. I'm trying to be serious here, man. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Are you listening to what coming out of your mouth? You're saying that comedians have to calibrate their humor based upon people's potential up and down feelings at any one given moment.
Can I respond?
Yes.
Either that, either you're going to, up and down people's feelings, or you're going to get slapped. You never know what may come your way. They've had comedians, people throwing stuff at the comedians on the stage. It's only so much that people, you can't do that to people and laugh.
Oh shit, man. These people come to the, oh no, man, absolutely not. This is crazy. Man, it's not like these women, it's not like she was forced to come.
I mean, the thing about this, she is not a victim. Oh my goodness, she's not. I think these females talk about this so strong and independent, and they the backbone of the community. These bitches are weak as fresh. These bitches are weak as fuck. They're so sensitive. Oh, I got my heart broken. Oh, I can't. Oh. Y'all so fucking weak. Y'all the biggest cowards. Y'all will see. You got these masculine bitches. They the most weakest punk ass, hoe ass bitches in the planet. These wild hyena hood rats. It don't matter if she come from the hood. It don't matter if she come from the middle class, working class, upper middle class, wealthy, like your Angela Simmons and them. I can't take no criticize, but I can dish it. I can talk shit about men. I can disrespect men, especially black men, because I'm protected by the system. Which I'm going to do another reaction video of Kevin Sanders because he was talking to this fat red bone. But that's a different. But my thing is this, and I don't think I need to just play the clip. I'm just going to just stop it right there. This is the problem right here. This is what happens when you have a gnocracy. This is what happens when you got females who are unaccountable. They can talk. This is what happens when women are not put on restrictions. When it comes to respecting boundaries. When it comes to men, this is what happens when females. This is what happens when you don't keep your woman in check. This is what happens when you don't hold women accountable. This is what happens when you don't treat her. You don't give her equal responsibility for her behavior and how she conducts herself. She can feel like she could just act that way she want to act, be unladylike, not honor herself, not honor her man, not honor her family, and she feels she can just be reckless, and then you gotta save her. Damn that. Don't protect women who don't got your best interests at heart. The fact that she didn't respect you as a man and she has no respect for other men, she don't even have respect for feminine women, feminine, ladylike, classy women. She thinks them women are suckers, but she the biggest sucker, fucking around with, fucking and sucking everything in sight, messing with married dudes, men who are in relationships, wrecking homes, giving bad advice, failing women and bullying women who want to be in shape, want to be fit and feminine and cooperative and submissive. But she has no problem submitting to that welfare government, the government though, that Democratic plantation. This is why you can never nation build with women with that type of mindset, people. This is why our community is the way it is. This is why we have a lot of black men murdered, because you got too many simps out here. You got masculine females who never been checked and never been put in their fucking place. You got these shitty ass mothers doing a piss poor job. You got these females who don't know how to conduct, who refuse to conduct themselves as ladies and be feminine and friendly unless Chad and Brad is there, unless it's Brad, unless it's their zaddy is there, they'll respect him more. Black man, you don't have an ally. Your own female counterpart is your enemy, and she's always been betraying you. I'm not saying all. I'm saying she's in that 99% of being a goddamn plantation Negro Bedouin coon hoe. Okay. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Definitely support the platform. We much appreciate it because I'm being real. I'm being real. I'm being true to myself, speaking from the heart, speaking from the mind. All facts. What I presented was facts, people. Critical thinking, problem solving. So support this. My cash, hey, just send love to the Cash App, send love to the PayPal. You support the message, please support it. Please share this with your friends and family. Make it known. I'm out.